What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Good morning. You are watching AMS Live. My name is Boy. It is Saturday, April 6th, and we are standing at Polderbrand today. At the moment, the only runway used for arrivals. 3 inbound heavies are underway. I'm already accompanied by Jendrosek and Lorenzo, and we just identified the upcoming 3 airplanes in the sky. 2 triples, 1 A330, the A330 from Turkish arriving from Istanbul, 777-300ER behind it arriving from Delhi, and flying downwind to the north overseas is KLM Flight 592 arriving from Johannesburg. It is a sunny day here today, also a bit windy. The METAR says 10 knots from 140 degrees. This is what it looks like on the scale of chimney smoke. It is otherwise mostly sunny. We have some high clouds in the sky, as you guys can see. More high clouds overseas than inwards, it seems like, although a little bit of cloudiness over there. We also have a coot in the water. I think that is the only bird in the water that I can see right now. Not much to be seen. A couple of early birds in the grass already. People coming to Polderbrand. I think it's going to be a busy day here today with the weekend, nice weather. So yeah, our first airplane turning onto the glide slope is Turkish Airlines Flight 1951. It is an Airbus A330-300, and shortly we will see the 777-300ER KLM Flight 872 arriving from Delhi, also arriving from the right, the east. A very good morning to everybody who has tuned in already. Welcome to the show. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're enjoying the weekend. See that Snorri is celebrating 9 months of membership this morning. Good morning, everyone, he writes. Thank you so much for your continued support, Snorri. Good morning to you too. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for your continued support, and I hope you are going to stick around for many more months to come. If not as a member, then at least as a frequent visitor. Well, finally a bit of good weather. It is about time. Right, now, number 2 also turning onto the glide slope. KLM Flight 872, 777-300ER arriving from Delhi. And we might also, well, that other triple is flying base. Starting to get busy. And Tiger is celebrating 7 months of membership. She writes, before I go, I wanted to say this. Well, as we would say in Dutch, waarvan akte? Duly noted. Thank you so much for your continued support as well, Tiger, and everything that you've been doing since you've become a moderator. As a moderator, thank you so much, Tiger. Sorry that you have to go, seemingly already, or almost already. But thank you so much for your continued support and everything you've been doing so far. Hope you're going to stick around for many more months to come. And if not as a moderator or as a member, then at least as a regular frequent visitor. Now, pay attention. Let me zoom out a little bit. I think we are going to see the second triple from the left anytime now. That would be KLM Flight 592 arriving from Johannesburg. Yeah, there it is. Excellent. The first 3 airplane glide slope shot of the show has been established. A lot of people in the chat already. Good morning to you all. Happy weekend. Hope everybody is having a good time and is doing well. This is Turkish Airlines flight 1951, Airbus A330, 300, 3 hours and 9 minutes on the way from Istanbul to Amsterdam. 12 years old, first flight April 2011. Morning to Frank, Ralf, Herr Wolf, guten Morgen, servus. Hey, Jendrusek, jij ook hier? Hey, it's almost like I'm hearing you. Adi Infinity, Paul, Lois, good morning to you all. And a very good morning to Mitchell. Congratulations, Mitchell, celebrating 5 months of membership. He writes, morning friends. Good morning to you too, Mitchell. Thank you so much for your continued support, mate. Good to see you again. Hope all is well. Good morning, Mrs. Professor, Daniel, Martin R, Evert, Andre, Marianne. Thought I also saw Maria without the N. Nijmeegse Nieuwsnet, goeiemorgen. Alrighty, up next, Delta Airlines. Delta Airlines? No. KLM arriving from Delhi. I see DEL. I'm thinking Delta. KLM flight 872, 777-300 ER, 8 hours and 47 minutes. It has flown to get here. This airplane is 16 years old already. First flight was in March 2008. And no, Maria, not in shorts. I am wearing my hoodie and a t-shirt. No coat, no jacket. Still in jeans, but I have put on sneaker socks instead of woolen knee socks that I normally wear during the winter months. With the wind over here, and it does feel like a bit more than 10 knots as was indicated in the meter, it does feel a bit chilly still, dare I say it, but it's only going to get warmer as the day progresses, so should be good. But still in long sleeves and long trousers. Martijn, morning. Team, goedemorgen. Top of the morning to Evan. Good to see you, mate. Hope all is well. This is KLM flight 592. 777-200 ER arriving from Johannesburg, South Africa. 10 hours and 36 minutes underway. The PHBQF, 20 years old. First flight March 2004. Firefighters already did their patrol run, sadly, as I was setting up here. And also a big thank you to Martin Air and congratulations, 5 months of membership. Good morning all, thank you for top stream, boy, he writes. Thank you so much Martin for your continued support, mate. Hope you will like it in the lounge for many more months to come. And if something isn't to your liking, do let me know. See if I can fix it. Goedemorgen Ed en Patrick. Dominic, good morning. Ruud, morgen. Good morning Tom, Thomas, Tomo. Jimmy, goedemorgen kerel. And Infinity, it was already busy when I went out here over the Randweg, the circular road around Lisse. The sign already indicated Keukenhof sold out for today. Already lots of tour buses on the way to the Keukenhof. There was almost a traffic jam already. So yeah. But then again, we're going to stick around until the A380 has landed. Last time I checked, and I will brief you once I get the opportunity, it was expected around 1:30 to 1:45. So hopefully the majority of people who want to go to Keukenhof have already arrived there, but we'll see. A320neo from EasyJet. Arriving from Birmingham. A 1-year-old airplane, first flight December 2022. First butt shot of the show. Here we go. The Andre. Yeah, the documentary was a focus and not a pointer, as I incorrectly had written down. I did a little. I was a B-roll cameo for less than 2 seconds last Thursday, and next Thursday on the 11th. If all goes well, they should also feature me while actually speaking and being interviewed. Wonder for how long it is going to be, because from what I heard from the Euro Aviation guys, they clipped, they left out a lot of the footage that they shot, so not getting my hopes up too high. KLM flight 1070 up next, Embraer 175 arriving from Southampton. 15 minutes underway. The airplane 6 years old, first flight June 2017. Danny Rules, goedemorgen. And good morning Brian. Salut Anto en goedemorgen Peter. TNC, good morning. I am definitely well over here and it's good in Leicestershire, nice. How's the wind? Saw a stream already that was titled Storm or something in Manchester. Couldn't see that there was so much wind, but apparently there is. There's a United Dreamliner coming in next, Boeing 787-10. United Airlines flight 909. There's an airplane flying overhead, outbound. As well. Now, there's also contrails here and there. This one already maybe already over German airspace. Hard to see. In the meantime, two big birds on the glide slope, United Dreamliner and Delta A330 Neo. Shay asks, why don't you stream next to the touchdown zone? Because I like standing here. This is in line with the first exit, so this is where you can get the butt shots, and we're not too far away from the touchdown zone, so I think this is a pretty good location. Alrighty, United Airlines Flight 909. Up first, 7 hours and 24 minutes. It has been underway now from Chicago to Amsterdam. The airplane is 5 years old. First flight January 2019. Windy but all good. Nice to hear. Good morning, Priscilla. Regio. Good morning, guten Morgen. Herzlich willkommen. Dreamliner butt shot in the making. And Shay, this is why I'm standing over here, so that you can get shots like this directly from behind. When airplanes take the first exit, the butt shot. Hey there, Donzelli's father. Good to see you. Happy to see that you made it safely back to Denmark. Thank you so much for your continued support, mate. Hey there, Blackburst, good morning. And Graham. Graham tuning in from Adelaide. Good evening, mate. Omar, good morning. And everybody else who has joined us in the meantime, good morning to you too. Now I already have image stabilizer enabled. It is still windy. Warm but windy. This is Delta Airlines Flight 56 arriving from Salt Lake City. A330 Neo, 9 hours 17 minutes underway. Brand new, meaning less than a year old. The first flight of this airplane was in May. And is there a traffic jam in the background? It seems like there's a traffic jam on the A9 highway. Interesting. On a Saturday, no less. Rose is wondering, what sort of security fencing is there? I don't see any. That is because there isn't any. Airports, from what I understand, should be protected either by fences or by water. And in the case of Schiphol, it is water. So this is what is holding me back from entering onto the runway. That and probably some security people that would come rushing towards me when they spot me. Spring is in the air, and so too are the cyclists back on the cycling path. Our next airplane is arriving from New York. New York, shut the door. Nah, my accent sucks. I will refrain from repeating that. KLM flight 644, 787-10 Dreamliner, 6 hours 23 minutes. It was underway. PHBKG, 4 years old. Let's quickly turn back because our next airplane is an A350. Delta Airlines flight 74. Hey, Gary is here. Up close. Bloop. And underwater he goes. Gary the Grebe. Alrighty. This is Delta Airlines flight 74, A359, arriving from Atlanta, Georgia. 7 hours 32 minutes underway. 8 years old, first flight, March 2016. And I am not getting what you are referring to, Austrian Wolf. We had an earthquake yesterday. I'm not following. Hey Stefan, goedemorgen. Long time no see, hope all is well. Something you don't hear very often. Usually when you hear earthquakes in the United States you think of California and LA. Good morning Cochrane Perkasa. Good morning Clemencia, Josephine en Nick, goedemorgen. Our next airplane is an Embraer 190 arriving from Prague, the Czech Republic. Let's have a quick look at the airplanes of interest that are coming this way. This is the weather. It's CAF okay. No significant changes. 10 knot wind. Let's do an update. 12 knot wind. Okay, and 17 degrees Celsius. Wind is blowing from the south-southeast. We have the first queen and only queen of the day arriving shortly. 7478 arriving from Baku. Estimated to arrive a quarter to 11. SLM A330, 11:30 expected, and Emirates is expected around 1:30 p.m. local time. Right. So the METAR I just updated, short and simple. Twelve knot wind from 150 degrees. Ceiling and visibility are okay. The air temperature is 17 degrees Celsius. The dew point is 13 degrees Celsius. Air pressure is 1008 hectopascals and no significant changes are expected in the upcoming 2 hours. KLM flight 1352 up next, arriving from the Czech Republic, from Prague, Embraer 190. Now touching down after 1 hour and 11 minutes of flight. Good morning, Kenny, Bart, Diami, Aviation Weekly, good morning. Hope everybody is doing okay and is enjoying the weekend. Where is that coming from? It sounds like Chris Good, but not seeing Chris. Not sure if you guys picked it up. Up next, Croatia Airlines, flight 450 A319, arriving from Zagreb. 1 hour 43 minutes underway. 12-year-old airplane, first flight March 2012. Goedemorgen Pen. And good afternoon to Tayyip, who is tuning in from Dubai. Probably a lot warmer than it is in the Netherlands over here right now. Flight radar is again empty with respect to inbound flights after this airplane. But Finnair is sending an A350 over and it is arriving. Followed by a Chinese triple freighter by the looks of it, and looking a bit further out to the west and to the southwest there are a lot of big birds coming. It's just there is a few minutes to fill after this airplane has landed. Goedemorgen Eversteria. En is dat Valeria? Valerie, who's tuning in from Heerlen. Goedemorgen terug. And aloha to Darren, who is tuning in all the way from Hawaii. What time is it right now in Hawaii? Hadi Art, goedemorgen. Right, let's see. Smaller jet outbound. No airplanes. Oh wait, maybe just. Well, I see contrails, I see bird controllers also. I think I see two. It is a flock of bird controllers. Let's see, there is a 737 arriving from Paris. It should be flying left of me. We do have it, but very faint. Let's see if I can show you. There it is. That is KLM flight 1402. Jindrosek and Lorenzo are interacting with Russell the Crow, who flew by.
Your friend K1?
Yeah.
Now, somewhere in the background of this 737, we should also possibly see a 777 arriving from Cartagena. I think that is probably too far-fetched, given how this is already a small speck on the horizon. This would be an EasyJet A320 outbound to Manchester. Let's see, there is also a 777-300 arriving from Cape Town that is, yeah, spotted already. And it's flying over there. This is KLM flight 598 arriving from Cape Town. Flying overseas on the downwind leg. Now focusing back on the glide slope of the boulder bound, we should start seeing airplanes turn onto the glide slope and see the formation of a 3 airplane glide slope shot, hopefully. The A350 arriving from Helsinki is approaching, but I don't think we are going to see them all 3 at once. Now in the background, we should also start seeing the 777-200 arriving from Cartagena. The airplane now established is KLM flight 1402, that's the 737-800. Yep, there's the triple. The third airplane should approach from the right, and that should be Finnair A350. Although I am not sure if we are going to see them all in one shot. I do have him visually a bit lower. There's the Finnair A350. Not too bad, not too bad. Right, the first airplane in the foreground is KLM flight 1402 arriving from Paris Charles de Gaulle, 737-800. Minutes underway from Paris to Amsterdam. The airplane 23 years old, first flight July 2000. Right, 777-300 ER arriving from Cape Town, number 3. We might get to see it. It should be turning onto the glide slope according to flight radar. So I'm thinking, yeah, there it is. 3 heavies on the glide slope in the foreground. KLM flight 741, 777-200 arriving from Cartagena. The number 2 is Finnair flight 1301, A359 arrival from Helsinki, Finland. And now number 3 is KLM flight 598, 777-300 arriving from Cape Town, South Africa. See that Newcastle is also back in the chat. Morning, Michael, good to see you again. There you go. Where is Jerry to take in the glide slope shots? Alrighty. KLM flight 741, 777-200 ER, arriving from Cartagena in Colombia. 8 hours and 59 minutes this airplane has flown. The airplane is 18 years old. First flight was in March 2006. Let's quickly turn back because it is the return of the A350 of Finnair. It is bringing us together since 1923 special livery, no less. Flying from Helsinki, Finland to Amsterdam for 2 hours and 5 minutes now. The airplane is 3 years old and had its first flight in May of the year 2020. Right. Hopefully the person spreading political points of views is permanently banned. If not, make that happen, please. I was just about to do it, but I see that Infinity was just a step ahead of me. Good show. Life, we are all about bringing people together and not dividing them. Lovely airplane. Hey there, Captain Eddie Boss and Adian. Good evening. Hope you guys are doing well over there in Indonesia. Hey there, Drew. Goedemorgen. Up next, KLM flight 598, 777-300 ER, arriving from Cape Town, South Africa. 10 hours and 45 minutes. This airplane is underway. It's the PHPVG. And the airplane is 11 years old. First flight May 2012. From Slovakia. morning, Alan. Goedemorgen, Pierre. Good morning, Martin. Whose son lives in Amsterdam? So you must be a frequent visitor of Amsterdam then. 3 airplanes on the glide slope. BA up first, A320 arriving from London Heathrow, A321 from Air France arriving from Paris Charles de Gaulle, number 2, and number 3 is A777 arriving from Shanghai. Hard to mitigate the vibration, sadly, with the wind blowing from behind. Hey there, Rich. Goedemorgen, good morning. DR Gaming Live, good morning, goedemorgen. Right, BA, flight 430 arriving from London Heathrow. A320, 41 minutes on the way. Hadi Danny, hadi Bram, goedemorgen. Dag Celeste, tuning in from Apeldoorn. Hey there Lee, tuning in from Sydney, good evening mate. Hope all is well down under. Our next airplane is Air France A321 arriving from Paris Charles de Gaulle. Flight 1444, 44 minutes underway, more 4s. Is 16 years old, first flight February 2008. Yep. Image stabilizer sometimes makes the camera do strange things, overshooting a little bit. Saw earlier should also be in the vicinity. I have not had the chance yet to zoom out on flight radar substantially, but let's do that for the occasion. Where is it? Oh yeah, it is now flying in Dutch airspace in the vicinity of Deventer. Thank you so much, BJ, for your kind words. And Nicholas and Donna, morning. Live on the Breakfast Room TV. That sounds fancy. The Breakfast Room TV, but you also have the Living Room TV. I'm assuming a bathroom and a bedroom TV as well. La-di-da. Say hello to Donna, Nicholas. Hope you guys are doing well. This is China Southern Cargo, arriving from Shanghai. Flight 453, 11 hours and 31 minutes underway. 777 freighter, 8 years old, first flight May 2015. Hey there Brody, happy Saturday. 4 a.m. That means you are up late or up early. Which one is it? Right, another 3 airplane glide slope shot. First up, Air Malta. Arriving from Malta. Also a big thank you to Rich, who just became the latest member of the Aurora Sky Lounge. Rich, thank you so much for your support, mate. Hope you will like it in the lounge, and if something isn't to your liking, do let me know, see if I can fix it. KLM Malta Airlines, formerly known as Air Malta, now arriving from Malta. Who would have guessed? Flight 394, A320, 2 hours and 53 minutes underway. Their A320 is 17 years old. First flight was in February 2007. Hey there, Aero Aviation World. I'm doing fine. Thank you so much for your kind words. Hope you are doing well as well. Nothing has changed to the livery, right? This is just basically Air Malta with a different name on flight radar. Well, time for a Maltese butt shot then. Give it to us. Hey there T-Mac, goedemorgen, good morning. There it is, the butt shot of Malta. Hadi Helene, goedemorgen. Long time no see. And indeed, Ed, problem on the Autobahn. Or Snelweg as we call it in Dutch. Notice that in the background as well, there's a traffic jam in the direction to the north to Alkmaar. And is that a banana? I think it is a banana. But before the banana, it is a CRJ900. Lufthansa flight 2302, arriving from Munich in Bavaria. 1 hour and 12 minutes underway. 14 years old this one. First flight October 2009. Let's add a little bit of digital zoom. Glide slope where a banana is coming. It is DHL A306 arriving from Madrid. 1 hour 49 minutes underway. 31 years old, ladies and gentlemen. First flight was in January 1993. How about that? Now, also a big thank you to Rich, who just now gifted the membership, and I see that Brody was the recipient. I'm sure you will thank Rich for that. Welcome to the Aurora Sky Lounge, Brody and Rich. Thank you for your generosity. Another member courtesy of Rich. Banana time. Last one we saw almost went around. This one, not so much. Time for a banana butt shot. Not a banana milkshake, but a banana butt shot. Also a big thank you to Don Zelli, who just became a member. I thought I saw a highlighted message, but I couldn't find it initially. Thank you so much for your support, Don Zelli. Welcome to the Aurora Sky Lounge. Be sure to use those custom emojis whenever you see fit. I see the parallel arrivals have begun in the background. We can also see the first airplane to the center runway. Now this is Air Canada flight 900 arriving from Montreal. This airplane is 9 years old already, first flight December 2014. What does it look like big picture wise? This is looking to the south, more cloudiness actually, southwest. West, Generosic and Lorenzo here. The northwest and the east. So there's more cloudiness actually coming in from the south. KLM 737 in the SkyTeam livery, the first airplane to center, arriving from Copenhagen. KLM flight 1268. The fact that we have now begun with parallel arrivals does not bode well for seeing the 747 on this runway, of course. Probably means that we are going to see the Silkway 747 land on runway center. This is an E2 Embraer arriving from Geneva, KLM flight 1930, 1 hour and 14 minutes underway. 1-year-old airplane, celebrated its first birthday last January. Hey, beautiful Italian Azzurro is coming up next on this runway. A wave from the first officer. So it is only natural to wave back. Hey there Lisa, hey there Selena. Robin, goedemorgen kerel. Good to see you again, mate. Azzurro di Italia. This is ITA Airways, flight 120, arriving from Milano. Another E2 Embraer behind it, and more E2s over here going to runway center. The E2 rush hour has begun. This is an E2 arriving from Berlin that you saw just now, and the E2 that is following the ITA is arriving from Zurich. A320neo from ITA, flight 120, arriving from Milan, 1 hour and 25 minutes underway. The airplane is a year old, first flight March 2023. Hadi Richard from a very cold and rainy Rotterdam Zuid. He's always in opposite land. Whenever it is rainy and cloudy over here, he says it is nice and sunny in Rotterdam Zuid. Right, so let's see. The 747 is already approaching. Let's see, where is it then? Right, it is the number 3 for the center runway. And in the meantime, a very big thank you and warm welcome to the Aurora Sky Lounge Rick, our latest Aurora Sky Lounge member. Thank you for choosing AMS Live. I hope you will like it in the lounge. And there is the Silkway. Right. Bottom left, E2 Embraer, KLM Flight 1918, arriving from Zurich. Top right, Silkway West Airlines, arriving from Baku, 7478. And in the far bottom left, the bird controller. Right. Not a lot of 747s in today's stream, sadly. This is, insofar as I know, the only one. Unless one from, for instance, Paris arrives unforeseen, but I don't think that is going to happen. Silkway West, arrival from Baku, 5 hours and 2 minutes underway. 7478, 7 years old, first flight June 2016. Wat was dat? Fish making a splash. Right, and a parallel departure of a... what is it? 777-200 to Bangalore, I think. Yeah. Right, this is KLM Flight 1002, arriving from London Heathrow, 737-800. Let's see. Also maybe time to do an update of the weather. We are waiting for Iberia Express up next, arriving from Madrid. In the meantime, let's have another look at the airplanes of interest. Surinam A330, the successor, the A330, succeeding the A340, is flying in the vicinity of Exeter. And the A380 is flying over the Black Sea still, expected 1:35 local time. In terms of the weather, a refresh of the meter says that it is now blowing with 13 knots, still from the south-southeast, varying between south and east-southeast, still Cavoque. 17 degrees Celsius, 17 times 2 equals 34, so roughly 64 degrees Fahrenheit, and this is the current status quo. Runway usage, parallel arrivals in progress. Time to update stuff in the ticker. Firstly the meter, then the landing, and then the runway usage. Iberia Express, flight 3722, A320 arriving from Madrid, 1 hour and 51 minutes. This airplane has flown, and the airplane has been flying now for 11 years. In March 2013, this airplane first took to the skies. Right, we should see the Peter Pan special livery from Transavia arriving from Innsbruck in the distance, while I'm quickly updating the ticker with respect to runway usage. There we go. Let's see, Transavia flight 6602. From Innsbruck, 1 hour and 15 minutes underway. Yeah, the wind is a bit of a deal breaker today. Right, well, it's getting a bit more cloudy over here. Wind on the scale of chimney smoke looks something like this. In the water, in terms of rippeliness, this is what it looks like. So on paper it looks nice and warm, but I'm actually a bit cold actually. But I was over enthusiastic just wearing my hoodie and a t-shirt under it. Now, it looks like we have to wait a little for traffic to Polderbaan to arrive. The first airplane to arrive, period, is an Embraer 190 arriving from London City that seems to be going to the center runway. The question is, where is it? There it is. Does that mean that they are going to do a runway inspection? I'm looking around me, not seeing any bird control vehicles on the runway. Let's see.
We are going to the
Okay.
Everyone is there to let me know, so I think
Then it makes sense to go there. Absolutely.
when I grabbed the iced tea, I saw them.
Goed. Zie jullie later, jongens. Goedemorgen Seppi en goedemorgen Martijn and all other viewers. Gando, good morning. Right. Let's see. So just this one airplane going to center. The A320neo arriving from Geneva is coming to the Polderbaan. So this is KLM flight 980 arriving from London City, Embraer 190. Let's have a look at the glide slope of the Polderbaan instead. More airplanes coming. This is the A320neo from EasyJet arriving from Geneva. Not too far in the distance we should see the A321neo from JetBlue arriving from Boston, turning onto the glide slope from the left. Maybe a bit lower. And I'm also seeing the A320neo from Play arriving. Oh yeah, in the very bottom of the screen, now a bit higher, now in the center, is that JetBlue from Boston. Airplane arriving from the left in a moment, the Play A320neo, it should be. Now a big thank you to Evan for your 11 months of continued support, almost our anniversary. What are you going to get me? I was thinking about some nice cake, but I'm not sure if sending it over to California is going to do it any good. Not sure how it will arrive by then. But thank you so much for your continued support, Evan. Almost a year. Wow. Time moves so fast. I hope you still like it in the lounge, Evan, and if something isn't to your liking, do let me know. I see that Marissa is also in the chat. Good morning, Marissa. Alrighty. EasyJet flight 27866, A320neo arriving from Geneva. 1 hour and 7 minutes on the way. 1-year-old airplane, first flight July 2022. Still blue skies, behind me grey skies already. Our next airplane is JetBlue, flight 631, arriving from Boston, Massachusetts. 6 hours and 33 minutes on the way. A 1-year-old airplane, first flight September 2022. From below, now a little bit more center, is Play, flight 460, A320neo, arriving from Reykjavik. And there's a banana, third for arrival. Marissa is saying that is flying base, should be turning final in a few moments. So on the left part of the screen. Always hard to estimate exactly when it is going to enter into the field of view. The airplanes that we now see are so far away that we should be able to see them all three. Also not sure exactly where. See on the laptop. Oh yeah. Now we can see it. Alrighty. As the banana is approaching, first up is JetBlue, second up is Playtime. For a little butt shot, and then it is back to the north with the camera for the Play A320neo. Right, up next. First red, then yellow. This is Play flight 460, arriving from Reykjavik, 2 hours and 53 minutes on the way. The A320neo, 1-year-old, first flight October 2022, and the airplane behind it is the second banana of the show, arriving from London Luton today. Not Heathrow, but Luton, A300, 600. 30 years old already, the banana. First flight March 1994. Indeed, Mark, tomato and banana. There's your fruit salad. Alrighty. Let's quickly turn back for the banana. Second banana of the show. Arriving from London Luton. Right, Evan has to go to bed, has a birthday party from his niece later. Congratulations! So he's getting ready for bed. Well, thanks for joining, Evan. Enjoy the birthday, and looking forward to seeing you on the next one, mate. Right, DHL A300-600 arriving from London Luton, 41 minutes on the way. 30-year-old airplane, first flight March 1994. Hey Jinshin, aloha, good to see you again, mate. Nice. Right, now it looks like this is the last airplane for a couple of minutes. Don't see any traffic going to Polderbound right away, although there is a 787-10 arriving from Panama City that I think might go to Polderbound. Question is, can we see it so far up ahead? I think the answer is yes. I think this is it. This is KLM flight 758, or is it? Don't see any other airplanes in the vicinity. In the meantime, let's have a look. Narrow bodies to center. Here we have number 190. Arriving from Stuttgart. Embraer 175. Apologies. Yo, the Ultimate also back in the chat. Good to see you, Alvin. Hope all is well. Now, this is an E2 Embraer arriving from Billund, KLM 1292. 49 minutes underway. 2-year-old airplane, first flight March 2022. Looking ahead to the north to see if I can spot the first airplane already. Not yet. I'm doing okay here, Alvin. Thank you for asking. Finally a day without any rain. Then again, it is the Netherlands, so if there isn't rain, there has to be wind. And again, did make some good progress in the backyard yesterday and the day before yesterday. Particularly in the morning, it was rainy. Figured I would continue working on the backyard. Now everything is prepared for, well, almost prepared, just one step between being able to order and lay the grass. That is black earth. Got rid of the excess sand, everything is flattened. Now I need some black earth that holds more nutrients than just yellow sand. Should arrive Thursday, so I should be able to order the grass and have my lawn finally after several months. I think I began in September. I see that the A321neo from ITA arriving from Rome is also going to the center runway, sadly, flying parallel with the A378-710 that is now arriving from Panama City on the glide slope of the Polderbaan, KLM flight 758. That is a bit of a pity. And Stefan, it is windy, it is windy. Last meter said 13 knots. You can see just how windy it is. You can also see the footage is shaky despite everything firmly grounded and image stabilizer enabled. Daniel has to go. See you again soon, hopefully. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Old moped passed us by. Nice. Retro. Now I'm also hearing a turboprop of sorts, but not seeing anything. Looking up, the whole sky is milky. That is definitely a turboprop on greater altitude passing overhead. Right, this is KLM flight 758 that we are now seeing arrive from Panama City. 8 hours and 55 minutes on their way. 787-10 Dreamliner, the PHBKF, 4 years old, first flight December 2019. Flying parallel to the center runway is ITA Airways flight 108, arriving from Rome, A321neo. Not sure if we can hop from one landing to the other, but I'm going to try. Let's see, 2 airplanes on the glide slope. KLM flight 1474 up first, Embraer 190 arriving from Nice, which is nice, and behind it is a 777-300ER arriving from Curaçao, KLM flight 736. And there should be a third airplane somewhere in the background, yeah, at 7 o'clock of the triple. KLM flight 1056 arriving from Norwich. also an Embraer 190 coming this way. Landing, followed by a little butt shot. There we go. Overshot, an overshot butt shot. Right, time to quickly turn back the camera. Have a look at the landing of KLM flight 736, arriving from Willemstad, Curaçao, the sea in the ABC Islands, Aruba, Bonaire, Curaçao, off the coast of Venezuela. This is a 777-300ER, the PHPVO. 9-year-old airplane. Its first flight was in March 2015. Big picture wise, this is what it currently looks like. The sun should be out here somewhere, but it is actually a bit cloudy and overcast. More blue to the northwest and northeast. In the south, more clouds. Southwest, west as well. Normally overseas it is more bright, but today it isn't. Now, wind on the scale of chimney smoke, the smoke is leaving the chimneys horizontally, which leads me to believe that the wind speed has increased compared with what it was in the meter last time we checked. Let's have a quick look. Refresh of the meter says 16 knots of wind from the south-southwest. Still cavalcade. The air temperature is 18 degrees Celsius. 18 times 2 equals 36 plus 30 equals roughly 66 degrees Fahrenheit. It was already windy when I arrived here, and it has only gotten worse. This is KLM flight 1056 arriving from Norwich, Embraer 190, 35 minutes it has flown to get here, and the airplane began flying in October 2009, making it 14 years old. back the camera. Have a look at the arrival of KLM flight 636 arriving from Las Vegas. 787-10 Dreamliner. And two more airplanes up ahead. The next airplane after the Dreamliner is a 737-800 arriving from Birmingham. First up, KLM flight 636 arriving from Las Vegas, 787-10 Dreamliner, 9 hours and 33 minutes underway. Right, KLM flight 1042 up next, 737-800. 42 minutes underway. 16-year-old airplane, first flight February 2008. Parallel arrival still very much in progress. A319 arriving from London Gatwick is now number 2. Embraer 190 arriving from Brussels is now number 3. Once again, narrow bodies rush hour, sadly. Now this airplane is 43 minutes on the way now from Birmingham to where it is right now. 16 years old, first flight February 2008. Now Marco, thank you so much for your super chat butt shot. No butt shots here at the moment, but pretty sure sooner or later we will see another one. Thank you so much for that, Marco. Meanwhile, the Embraers keep flying in. There's also another one, number 2 for the Polderbaan. But to switch it up, first an A319 EasyJet arriving from Gatwick. 43 minutes on the way, 16 years old, first flight February 2008. Adrian is referring to an airplane up overhead. Not able to see any airplanes flying over. No more visibility. The high clouds are sadly blocking our view. I have to say, I was expecting warmer, sunnier, less windy weather, and it actually turned out to be. Hot shot, Marco. Nice little EasyJet. Shiny butt. But yeah, milky sky overhead. And then come to Kestrel. Still on the hunt. Up next, Embraer 190 arriving from Brussels, KLM flight 1704. Short flight, 31 minutes. Marco is making me jealous with sunshine in Enschede. Well, no sun here. Everything is monotonous, no shadows. No such luck for us in the west. More Embraers coming in. Ah, die Anja, goedemorgen. Well, plenty more Embraers also coming to Polderbaan. This is KLM flight 1076, Embraer 190 arriving from Bristol. Underway, this one, 13 years old, this airplane. Its first flight was in August 2010. On an Embraer, who would have thought? Alright, let's see. Embraer 175, 737, E2 Embraer. Still narrow bodies rush hour over here. What is that? German Airways by the looks of it. Yep. And also inbound traffic. I think this is inbound. 737. Probably on its way to the center runway. Right, and up next, arriving from Luxembourg, KLM flight 1710. 50 minutes it has flown, this airplane, to get here. Embraer 175, 7 years old, first flight February 2017. Right, there's an Embraer 190 arriving on the center runway, and we are going to see something different. A 737-800 arriving from Paris Charles de Gaulle. KLM flight 1406. 42 minutes underway. 12-year-old airplane. First flight May 2011. Up next, E2 Embraer 195 arriving from Manchester, KLM flight 1030. Another airplane in the background, 737-800 arriving from Edinburgh, KLM flight 924. And looks like the heavy hitters are going to arrive after that. The now number 3 Air Canada flight 808 arriving from Toronto, Canada. After that, a couple of heavies back to back finally. I think we've had our share of narrow bodies for this session again. I know I am stuffed with them. Right, KLM flight 1030 arriving from Manchester. 52 minutes underway. Optimus Toaster, good morning. Good to see you again, mate. Hope all is well. This is KLM flight 924, arriving from Edinburgh, 737-800, 1 hour and 6 minutes underway. There's the Air Canada Dreamliner. Let's see, can we get a 3 airplane glide slope shot? Surinam A330. Oh yeah, it's already visible. Right, finally a glide slope consisting of heavies in the making. First up, this 737 arriving from Edinburgh. Which is substantial, as is the high cloudiness. Big picture wise, this is what the wind looks like on the scale of chimney smoke. Up next, Air Canada flight 808 808 arriving from Toronto, Canada. Up first, Boeing 7878 Dreamliner, 6 hours and 45 minutes underway. The airplane 9 years old. First flight August 2014. Airplane behind it is Surinam. The A330, the successor of the A340, is now an A330-200 from Maleth Aero, arriving from Paramaribo. Number 3, also visible, is another airplane arriving from Canada, KLM Flight 696. 7879 Dreamliner arriving from Toronto, Canada. And we have a Delta A330 arriving from Minneapolis that is flying to the glide slope from the left, from the west. Can we spot that as well? I wonder. Should be over there somewhere. Maybe you guys spotted it. I didn't. Looking on my, what is it, 2.5 inch camera screen outdoors. Anyway, this is Air Canada Flight 808 arriving from Toronto. 6 hours and 46 minutes it has flown to get here. 9-year-old airplane, first flight August 2014. Aero, the A330-200 arriving from Paramaribo and Surinam Flight 994. Left from Paramaribo 8 hours and 40 minutes ago. The airplane is 18 years old. First flight was in October 2005. The airplane behind it is the KLM Dreamliner arriving from Toronto, Canada. Also, a big thank you to Alan, who just now gifted the membership. Thank you so much, Alan. Welcome to the Aurora Sky Lounge. The member who got gifted the membership, and that is Pesto. Welcome to the club. Thank you so much, Alan. Here it is, Maleth Aero A330-200. The dime in a dozen A330. Right up next, KLM Flight 696 arriving from Toronto, Canada. 7879 Dreamliner, 6 hours 47 minutes underway. The airplane is 8 years old. First flight January 2016, and there's an airplane behind it. That is the Delta A330 arriving from Minneapolis, flight 162. Hey, Mr. Biker, also back in the chat. Good to see you again, mate. Hope all is well. Seems that we are back to the narrow bodies after these two heavies have landed. So savor the moment. There it is. Little Cessna BizJet that passed overhead. Really a speck in the sky. Right, an airplane that has the potential to get loud, but will it? That's the question. Delta Airlines Flight 162, A330-300, arrival from Minneapolis, 8 hours 25 minutes on the way, 9-year-old airplane, first flight January 2015. That nose wheel is. That is something typical for the A330. Well, we got a little bit of reverse action, but not something substantial. And Robert is standing next to me. Goedemorgen. Hey, aangenaam.
Ja, ik zie vaak naar je te kijken.
Ah, leuk man.
Daarom vond het leuk om jou even te ontmoeten.
Dan is het leuk om inderdaad eens een keertje te zien hoe dat hier is.
Ja, leuk.
Waar heb je de zon gelaten?
Ja, dat komt nog.
Die komt nog, ja, ik mag het hopen.
Ja, ik vind het leuk dat je dat doet.
Ah, leuk om te horen, leuk om te horen.
Ja, ik zit elke avond naar je te kijken.
Leuk dat je eventjes gedag komt zeggen.
Hey, fijne dag.
Hey, dankjewel, jij ook. Right, 2 airplanes on the glide slope, and Captain Jerry is also in the chat. The wind sounds like my ass. Well, you and me both, and we didn't even have to eat any chili to get this noise. It is a bit more windy than anticipated. Anyway, this is EasyJet flight 25530 A319, arrival from Bristol, 56 minutes underway. The airplane is 12 years old, first flight July 2011. Duck squad over there. Our next airplane is an A350 arriving from Curaçao, Willemstad, Corendon / World to Fly hybrid livery. massive big thank you first of all to Captain Jerry for 5 gifted memberships. Welcome to the Aurora Sky Lounge, those new members. If you are one of the recipients, don't forget to say thank you to Jerry. Jerry, thank you so much for your generosity. Very kind of you. Welcome to the Aurora Sky Lounge, those new members. Corendon Airlines flight 598. 8 hours 24 minutes it has taken to get here. That is an update. I now see that Jerry gifted the 5 memberships. I wasn't able to see the lingering highlighted messages first in the beginning. Now they do seem to linger a little bit, just like they do in the chat window of the browser. That is nice. Airplanes on the glide slope, the second of which is a 777-300. I'm not seeing any traffic go to the center runway anymore, so it looks like a runway change has been KLM flight 954, arrival from Newcastle, Embraer 190, 1 hour underway. Airplane 10 years old, first flight November 2013. Runway usage has changed back to only the Polderbaan for arrivals. Alrighty, now next up 777 time. It's the PHBVD, the 777-300ER in the orange, in the SkyTeam livery, arrival from Vancouver, Canada. KLM flight 682. 8 hours and 34 minutes it has flown so far to get here. The airplane has been flying for 14 years now. First flight was in August 2009. Cyclists on cycling path. Passing by just now. Our next airplane, Embraer 190 KLM Flight 984, arrived from London City. Let's also have a quick look at the current weather situation. The wind definitely not slowing down. It was, well, okay, 1 knot less than it was before, still 15 knots, blowing from the south-southeast between east-southeast and south. It is still okay. The air temperature, although it over here where I'm standing feels a bit more chilly, is 19 degrees C already. 19 times 2 equals 38, 38 plus 30 equals 68, 68 degrees Fahrenheit roughly the current air temperature, although with the wind it definitely feels a bit less less warm, I should say. Zeker. Ja, het is echt veel te winderig. Right. Oh yeah, the DC-3 indeed is doing tours around the Bollenstreek. In fact, my living area, a bit south. The flower fields are blooming and the DC-3 Dakota is doing tours in that area. Now flying over the Kagerplassen by the looks of it. Right, let's see, Embraer 190, 737, 737, A320, 777, Qatar. Further to the north. Is this the captain really? No. Nose gear is lowering too quickly. For a moment it looked promising. But it wasn't meant to be. Indeed, Frank. Bollenstreek. The Bollenstreek is sandwiched in between two Bollenstreeks. Wassenaar to the south, Bloemendaal to the north.
Okay, boy.
Hey, fijn weekend. Doeg. Right, 4 airplanes. Captain Jerry, take in that glide slope shot. It is a thing of beauty. In the foreground, a Transavia 737-800. Behind it is a Transavia 737-800. Behind it is an A320 from EasyJet. And behind it is a Triple-7 arriving from Doha. Not Yeeha, but Doha. Right, so this is Transavia flight 5792 arriving from Preveza. 2 hours and 56 minutes it has flown to get here. The PHHPN, and it is 13 years old. The first flight was in February 2011. Slowed down considerably. Focused on the job at hand. Little butt shot. Stephen is asking, any plans for streaming tomorrow? I have no idea what the weather is going to do. That is always the determining factor. Now, 15 knot wind apparently results in chimney smoke, leaving the chimney smoke leaving the chimneys horizontally. This is Transavia flight 6334, 737-800 arrival from Valencia, 1 hour and 59 minutes on the way. 21 years old this one, first flight June 2002. Right, now there do seem to be bits of blue here and there looking to the south, so might mean that a bit more openness is coming this way. For the time being, not yet. Donald and Daisy? Where's that Donald and Donald? Donald and Scrooge. Next up, EasyJet, flight 22515, arriving from London Luton, A320. 40 minutes on the way, 9-year-old airplane. First flight, April 2014. After that, a triple from Qatar Cargo, arriving from Doha. Next up, Qatar Cargo, flight 8205, arriving from Doha. 6 hours and 25 minutes underway. 777 freighter, 13 years old, first flight May 2010. Right, there were some idiotic cyclists that you might have heard screaming that passed by on the cycling path, but at full speed. People in the way, not being able to show them properly, but right, it's back to narrow bodies. A bit boring today. And the third airplane is making its way over onto the glide slope. That third airplane is arriving from Bonaire and is an Airbus A330-200 KLM flight 767. In the foreground we have an Embraer 175 arriving from Cardiff, followed by a 737-800 that is arriving from Olbia. Indeed, Jerry, glide slope shot, bottoms up. Luckily good visibility today. KLM flight 1088, Embraer 175, arriving from Cardiff, up first. 52 minutes it has flown to get here, and the airplane is 6 years old. To see contrails insofar as they were created. Did not see a lot in the sky, but at least you were able to see them. Not anymore. Now our next airplane arriving from Olbia, Transavia flight 6916. 6-year-old airplane, first flight April 2017. Time for another heavy. It is KLM flight 767, arriving from Bonaire. A330-200. It is the PHAOB, 18 years old. First flight was in July 2005. 8 hours 29 minutes underway to get from Bonaire to Amsterdam. Helicopter Kestrel still looking for passengers to transport from A to B. And yet another Transavia coming in, the Trash or TRA8H. Flying as flight 5132 from Barcelona to Amsterdam today. 1 hour 46 minutes underway. 24 years old already. This airplane began flying in February of the year 2000. February 2000, let's see. My last year in middle school or high school before going to university that summer. Howdy Roy, goedemorgen. Well, I am happy to report that it looks like the sun is shining a little bit more over here. I think I can actually see shade here and there. Yeah, first time around. Now an older passing by couple on the bicycle waved back to me. They thought I was waving to them. Very cute. Right, so the first time the sun is making an effort to get out from behind those milky clouds. Nice for the temperature. Our next airplane is from German Airways, flying for KLM, one of the rentals, Embraer 190s, flying as KLM flight 1774, arriving from Berlin. 1 hour and 3 minutes underway. Embraer 190 long range, 18 years old, first flight January 2006. Paul was still hungover from New Year's Eve in February 2000. Yeah, that was quite a party, the Millennium Party. I also still remember vividly what I did that night. Well, more Embraer 190s coming up. The next one arriving from Humberside. This is another airplane flying for KLM, but this is Eastern Airways. Not so much German Airways. On the way, this airplane, 15 years old, first flight January 2009. flight 1164 arriving from Bergen. 737-800, 1 hour and 21 minutes. It has flown. There we go. Thank you so much, Firewalker, for your 6 months of membership. Took a little while for me to find the message. Those messages are not highlighted on my software. So I see a highlighted message on my phone screen, but then I have to look in a list of regular messages. Here we have Choc-y. High carb Embraer 190 from German Airways. Have arrived from Leeds. Let's get up flight 1020. 51 minutes underway. The APRI. 16 years old, this one. First flight January 2008. To get treated to a chocolatey butt shot as well. Also a big thank you to Roy, goedemorgen, and one more month to go for the big party. Thank you so much for your continued support, Roy. I hope you're still liking it in the lounge, and if something isn't to your liking, do let me know. See if I can fix it. Thank you both for your continued support, guys. It's a bit of a boring show today, I have to say, with just one queen that also landed on the wrong runway and a lot of wind, so the following is also a bit off. Now we're going to stick around until the A380 has landed, which is due in an hour and 15 or so minutes from now. This is an Embraer 190. Another one of German Airways' rentals to KLM. This one returning from Aberdeen. Still in flight 912. It's interesting, some of them are long ranges. This is an Embraer 190 short range. Same age as Choc-y, 16 years, first flight January 2008. Now it does look like a bit more openness over there. I'm also seeing a bit more openness over there. Directly overhead it is still very milky. CONTRAIL remnants are very faint. The actual airplanes not visible. This is what it looks like in the water. In terms of rippeliness, on the scale of chimney smoke, looks like this. There's another moment of quiet before the next airplane is landing. The next landing airplane is an Embraer 170 arriving from Darlington, or Teesside. Visible over there in the distance. Christian, who just became the latest member of the Aurora Sky Lounge. Thank you for your support, mate. Hope you like it in the lounge. Let's do a quick refresh of the METAR. Still the same wind direction, south-southwest. The wind speed has increased again from 15 to 16. Still pretty constant. Air temperature is 19 degrees Celsius. So that is 68 degrees Fahrenheit or so. And this is one of the Transavia A321 Neos, and the A380 is now flying over Vienna, so that is an hour and 15 or so minutes away from us. Meanwhile, quick copy paste of the METAR into the ticker. Pretty constant, 15-16 knot wind. Right, 3 airplanes on the glide slope. The number 2 is the A321 Neo from Transavia, arriving from Malaga. That is the YHZ. So that is the first of the 2 that are now flying for Transavia. I also saw that the second one was underway to the Canary Islands in the morning. Still 3 hours underway to get there. So by the time it has returned, it's back on the way to the Netherlands and is landing. It is going to be late afternoon, I guess. So this is another rental for KLM, Eastern Airways, Embraer 170, arriving from Teesside or Darlington as KLM flight 964, 49 minutes underway, Embraer 170 long range, 20 years old this one, first flight March 2004. They have put up the sunscreens. Map. Would be fun if they put a message on it. We would be able to read it. Also a big thank you to Daniel for your 2 months of membership. And Daniel writes, I'm still a rookie but more to go. Thanks all. Well, thank you for your continued support, mate. Hope you still like it in the lounge. Let's see. I spy with my little eye a departing Queen of the Sky. Going to Miami. KLM Cargo, operated by Martin Air Holland. The wind is too brutal for today's 3 airplanes on the glide slope, Embraer 190, Embraer 190, and finally A330, another heavy. The number 3 is an A330. There's also a number 4. Did I see that correctly? Yes, 737-700 arriving from Milan. From Stuttgart. The fireworks are being set off in the distance. Right. Has to be somewhere over there. I think I do have them. Behind the bridge. And there's also people over there on the other side. Doing a little bit of spotting. Some even by bicycle. Nice. Right, more Embraer 190s. KLM flight 1136 up next, arriving from Dublin, Ireland. 1 hour and 7 minutes underway. 12-year-old airplane, first flight January 2012. Now, still not substantially sunny. It does look a bit better now to the southwest. And also to the southeast. In terms of temperature and wind, a bit of a disappointing day. In terms of traffic as well. But at least it's not raining. Arriving from Detroit, Michigan, this is Delta Airlines flight 136 A330 300, 7 hours and 25 minutes underway. 17 years old this one, first flight November 2006. Wasn't the loudest of landings, but it was a nice one, it has to be said. Turning back to the north, we have at least 2 airplanes on the glide slope. Is there more to be seen? I don't think there is. Let's see. We should maybe see a 3rd airplane enter the field of view from the left. 175 returning from Milan. There it is. Already up first, KLM flight 1614, Embraer 737-700, arrival from Milan. 1 hour and 23 minutes underway. 12-year-old airplane. First flight May 2011. Bird controller also appearing from the right in a moment. K3. Have returned. Well, for a moment, because of cyclists. That was the Crow crew, 3 members. Up next, Vueling flight 8309, arrival from Barcelona, A320, 1 hour 48 minutes on the way. 9 years old, first flight May 2014. Busy on the cycling path with cyclists. A few people over here. Also some pedestrians. Also the fence in the background seems busy. Seems like a lot of people are gathered at Polderbaan today, which you see is often the case on days where weather is reasonable, during weekend days. Hey there, Betty, good afternoon, good to see you again. I have locked the pan and tilt axes on my tripod. Image stabilizer, dynamic image stabilizer is on. You can still see it is vibrating. Pesky wind. This is KLM flight 1626, Embraer 175, arrival from Milan. 1 hour and 25 minutes underway. The airplane is 6 years old. First flight January 2018. start in the clouds very near the sun. Does that mean the sun is going to shine in a moment? That would be nice. On my flight radar, this triple is overshooting the runway. Interesting. Well, you can see it has landed safely, so see two more airplanes in the distance. The second airplane is a MAX 8 from Icelandair arriving from Reykjavik. The first one is from Transavia arriving from Corfu, yeah. Hadi Johan and Hadi Thijs. Afternoon it is. Let's see, third airplane, that's a Delta A330 again, flight 164. Transavia 737-800 has arrived from Corfu, 13-year-old airplane. And that little gap has already passed the sun by, so JD sneaks in. Who left the door open? JD just snuck in. Good to see you, mate. Hope all is well. And this is Icelandair, the MAX 8, arriving from Reykjavik. Delta A330 behind it, and behind it is an A330 Neo, also from Delta. Finally, heavies again on the glide slope. Something spool up, like the sound of it from the center. Sounds big. Not sure if it is. Maybe we can have a quick peek. Spooling up has already taken off. It does look a bit big. What was it? Is that a 350 or a 330 Neo? I think the latter. Well, 330. Neo is also coming in. Wow, three airplanes quite closely together visually. The third airplane that has now joined is a 777-300 arriving from Lima in Peru. The first airplane to arriving from Minneapolis, Delta Airlines Flight 164, A330-300, 8 hours and 13 minutes. Underway, 8-year-old airplane, first flight January 2016. And I thought I saw something like that. JD going to Thailand tomorrow. Very nice. Undoubtedly better weather than it is over here in Europe. And great food, of course. Shot to boot. Nice bonus. Hey Michael, also back in the chat. Good to see you, mate. Hope all is well. Right. Time to turn back. Delta Airlines Flight 144 up next, A330neo. So we had the 330-300 just now, and this is the neo. Gives us a back-to-back comparison. Arriving from Seattle, Washington. 9 hours and 15 minutes underway, this airplane. The airplane 2 years old, first flight March 2022. The flashbacks to the DHL A300 that nearly went around the other day. Now our next airplane is a 777-300ER arriving from Lima in Peru. KLM Flight 744, which has been underway now for 11 hours and 26 minutes. The PHP VK, 10 years old, first flight May 2013. Right, well, still the milkiness in the sky over here for the most part. It does look like the west is now opening up a little bit more. One contrail remnant to be seen, although the actual airplane producing the contrail I no longer see. I think it is moving to the east, somewhere over there. Chimney smoke is leaving the chimneys horizontally. Good indication of the wind speed, which supposedly is 15 to 16 knots according to the latest couple of meters, but not exactly sure if it is. Feels a bit more substantial. Now, big thank you to Mark for your super sticker, hands doing the sign of the horns with sparkles around. Very nice one. Thank you so much for that, Mark. The next airplane is arriving from Tia or Tirana from Transavia, flight 5126 737-800. 9 years old. One more drag setting to increase for the pan. Let's see, does that help? This is KLM flight 1502 arriving from Madrid, 737-800, 1 hour 51 minutes on the way, 5-year-old airplane, first flight March 2019. Now, funny that you mentioned it, Marissa. R7, I saw that one when I was waiting to fly back to Amsterdam in Innsbruck in the beginning of February after my holiday was done. It was also the first time that I ever saw that airplane over there. It was also a 737 that I saw back then. So I have already seen it before, but it is indeed the first time I think it is coming to Schiphol. Up first, Air France flight 1640 arriving from Paris Charles de Gaulle, A320, 41 minutes on the way. That is par for the course. The airplane is 6 years old, first flight October 2017. Did not know that they opened Oostbaan as well. Or is it just an incidental arrival on the Oostbaan? Now, also hearing a heavy taking off. Oh, and that is the Orange Pride. Lucky break. I thought I heard something heavy. Turns out it was the Orange Pride, and the lighting is pretty decent. The PHBVA, same age as Choc-y, January 2008. Now with an updated tricolor swoosh, toothpaste swoosh. Livery, obviously, arriving from Warsaw. 1 hour and 47 minutes it has flown. I saw that JD just now gifted 5 memberships shortly before going on holiday. Well, sneaking in here because somebody did not close the door. Thank you so much, JD. If you are one of the 5 recipients, don't forget to say Dankeschön to JD for your membership, and be sure to use the custom emojis that now are accessible to you however you see fit. JD, thank you so much for your generosity, mate. And welcome those 5 new members. This is Vueling in the, well, Asturias Paraíso Natural la 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 livery. That's pretty standard. Oh wait, no, there's a sticker. Whoa! 95% standard livery with a little sticker. Right, that 737 should be visible. I have it. Oh, I had it visually. Oh yeah, there it is. I'm not going to pretend that this is going to deliver good footage, but at least you can see some of it. I think it is a premiere visit. I think it is a channel premiere. Air 7, arriving from La Mezia Terme, wherever that may be, going to the wrong runway all the way to runway 22, so really far out. Not going to keep following it too extensively. That the wind here is picking up even more. KLM flight 1818, Prayer 175. Yeah, Italy. Italia. Che bello. What the fudge is the wind doing? Feels like it's getting worse here. What's the meter saying? 17 knots. Okay. Cavalcade 20 degrees. So that's 70-ish Fahrenheit. Updated weather in the ticker. Still cavalcade. Wind now 17 knots. Mostly from the south. This is EasyJet flight 21517 arriving from Geneva. 1 hour and 11 minutes underway. A320. 8 years old. First flight September 2015. Time for a Vueling A320neo, and behind it is a big Dreamliner 78710 arriving from LAX. No, 7879 was big, but not so big. Also sounds like a big bird is taking off from center. Some movement, hard to see what it is. Up next, Vueling arriving from Valencia, A320neo, flight 8353, 2 hours underway. Airplane 4 years old, first flight June 2019. KLM flight 604 up next, arriving from LAX. 7879 Dreamliner, 9 hours and 15 minutes on the way. Airplane is 8 years old. seen her. She did pop in the comments of earlier live streams at some point, but haven't seen or heard anything from her for a while now. Hope she's doing okay. If anybody has heard from her, do let me know. Right, as we are waiting for the next airplane to arrive on Polderbound, the first airplane to center is approaching. Gives me a moment to quickly update the ticker. Once again, 18 center, changing from one to the other. First airplane to arrive on center is A737-700, arriving from Billund, KLM flight 1294. That center has reopened should be an indication that the A380's arrival is imminent. Still going to try with a bit more drag on the band axis. Oh, that was the the movement to get it into more resistance. I think it might help a little bit. Wind is now blowing perpendicularly to my camera and to the microphone. So that makes it a bit harder, but I think the higher drag setting does work in shots like this. Vibrations are very hard to mitigate. But the back and forthing is addressed by a bit more drag. That's good. Right, two airplanes. First one being KLM flight 1414, Embraer 175 arriving from Rennes. The airplane behind it is an Embraer 190. It is a classic, it is a 767 from Icelandair. So instead of two MAX 8s, they are sending over a 767 instead. That is nice. Now preceding it is KLM flight 1450, Embraer 190, arrival from Toulouse. Daniel says, I hope you don't blow away by the wind. Well, although I have gotten a little lighter from my diet, I am still massive enough that I don't get blown away that easily. But man, when is it ever going to get any better over here? I'm so fed up with all the wind and rain. Can't remember the last time when we were having a decent stream with decent traffic and decent weather conditions. Now, this is a very lucky break, very good lighting on an A380 passing overhead, west to east, and looking to pass just south of me. Or is that an A380 or is that an is that a 747? No, that is an A380, isn't it? Or I'm starting to doubt it. No, looking at the wingspan, that is an A380. Where is it? It's the 747. Now it looks like a 747. Never mind me though. Off day, missing the 767 landing. It's time that the A380 arrives so that I can wrap up. This is not my best filming. But it was an A380, Singapore from Heathrow to Singapore Airlines from Heathrow to Singapore. Thank you, Yillard. Right, let's see. Shamrock up first. Aer Lingus flight 604 arrived from Dublin. The airplane after that is an E2 Embraer arriving from Aberdeen. Top Air Portugal A319 is going to center, and it's an Embraer 190 behind it, arriving from Düsseldorf. Third airplane visible coming to the Polderbaan, that would be an A319 from BA arriving from London Heathrow. Right, well, all the time I had my hoodie over my cap and I thought I maybe could lower it, but I'm going to put it up again pretty soon. The neck chill is real. Alrighty, Aer Lingus arriving from Dublin, 1 hour 9 minutes underway. 19 years old, first flight, January 2005. So big picture wise, this is what it looks like to the south right now. Southwest, west, water, the east, and chimney smoke. Chris, wise There is. Going back and forth. Our next airplane is an E2 Embraer KLM Flight 914, arriving from Aberdeen. 1 hour and 11 minutes underway. The airplane is a year old, first flight made 2022. Airplanes coming this way. The first one, the A359, arriving from London Heathrow. The second one, Ryanair, arrival from Dublin. Now that last airplane, that second one might get loud, might not get loud, but Ryanair pilots do know how to use the reverse thrust lever. Is asking, do you know if the A380 is going to land on Polderbaan? The answer is most likely not, given that there are 2 runways open now, and I'm expecting it is not going to change that soon. Means that the A380 arriving from the east will also take the easternmost runway to land on. Is that an airplane that is passing the Polderbaan by for center? Looks like it. Interesting. Okay. Does that mean that after the Ryanair has landed, they are going to inspect the Polderbaan and then close the center runway? Surely not. The Zwangerburgbaan. Ooh, that's a nice one. The Pregnancy Berg runway. Yeah, I think that is your best bet. You can check omgevingsinfo Schiphol.nl once the airplane has entered Dutch airspace. Then you will know with near certainty what runway it will be assigned to. And if I had to bet, I would say it's going to center. Right, let's listen. Ryanair, arriving from Dublin, 737-800, might get loud. Flight 3006, 1 hour 7 minutes underway. 13 years old, first flight January 2011. us. Something was burning, but it is this chimney that is producing darker clouds. There used to be a fire back somewhere in this area that was in the port area, but it looked like it was coming from that point in the sky several months ago. I thought, oh, maybe there's a fire going on again. That wasn't the case. Just a chimney with dark smoke, and the plane ahead of the A380 has been confirmed for 18C. Marissa says, yeah, it makes it very likely that the same is going to happen with the A380 itself. Right, KLM Flight 1032 up next. Embraer 190, one of many. Chris the Good back in the water. Haven't seen Curtis. Just Chris today. Melissa is off to the center runway so she can see the A380 up close. And the Embraer 190 is now touching down. Returning from Manchester. 47 minutes. Easy. It's the PH Easy. Low key wheelie and not record length. Not too bad. I think the best one we've seen in the show so far. Right, up next is Turkish to center, A330-300. There it is, flight 1957. Arriving from Istanbul, 3 hours and 10 minutes on our way. Roughly average duration of this flight. Istanbul, approximately 3 hours away from Amsterdam. This airplane, 8 years old. It's the TC LND. First flight of this airplane was in February 2016. In the meantime, coming to the Polderbaan is an EasyJet A320neo arriving from Milan. good timing. Just in time to turn back to the approaching A320neo that is about to land here on the Polderbaan. EasyJet flight 23853 arriving from Milan. It is an A320neo, 1 hour and 21 minutes underway. 1-year-old airplane, first flight December 2022. From a different airline than KLM for a change. Helvetic Airways, flight 730, arrival from Zurich. One hour and 6 minutes underway, this airplane. 2 years old, first flight, June 2021. Nice to see for a change. Two airplanes on the glide slope. First one 737-800 arriving from Geneva. Second one also 737-800 arriving from Lisbon. First airplane KLM, the second one Transavia. This is KLM flight 1932, 737-800, arrival from Geneva. Flight time 1 hour and 8 minutes. PHBXU, 17 years old, first flight April 2006. Let's see, there's number 175 flying parallel to this airplane to the center runway. More itty bitty little Embraers. Feels like the show has been made of them. Our next airplane is a 737 from Transavia. Also, a very big thank you for a totally unnecessary super sticker by Alvin. Alvin, thank you so much, mate, but really you shouldn't have. Hippo character runs at high speed, his legs forming a ball-like blur. I have to watch back on the computer later how that looks. Those descriptions of those super stickers are very vivid. Thank you so much, Alvin, but really you shouldn't have. Right, Transavia flight 5954 up next, arrival from Lisbon. Not going to lie, I really enjoyed the descriptions. Yeah, this is. I wish that my both the chat window on my phone, which is basically a URL that allows you to open up the chat window in your browser. Instead of going to YouTube and also consume a lot of data because you also automatically start the video of the stream. Neither the chat window for the phone, for the browser, nor Ecamm Live display the actual super stickers. They just describe it in Ecamm, and there's nothing that I can see in my browser chat window, so you cannot differentiate super stickers and super chats. You can in Ecamm, but in Ecamm also no, just the description. And Henry says, een windkap doet wonderen. Let me take off the windkap. This is without windkap, Henry. Better, eh? Sometimes the wind is really blowing hard, Henry, and then you need a blimp, and the wind cup that I always have on is just insufficient. Some people Hey Evelyn, also back, good to see ya. Right, up next, Embraer 175, arrival from Turin, KLM flight 1640, 1 hour and 31 minutes underway. Looks like another Embraer behind it. No, it's a 737. A cyclist and then it was a moped. The combination sounded like the tires of a car that was driving slowly towards me like the police always do, but I haven't seen police once since I've been here, come to think of it. Bit more openness in the sky here. Here and there, CONTRAIL remnants. asks, when is the next anniversary in terms of live stream numbers? I don't know, I don't keep track, man. The only thing that you can see in the stats are total number of pieces of content, but that is including regular videos, including shorts. Well, I've stopped making shorts because they just cost a lot of time to make and it doesn't really add anything. Also regular videos only when there is a real highlight, a little gem that you want to make a separate video of, such as a go around or a near go around, but otherwise not making them either. I think it's now 270 pieces of content, but don't know how many of them are streams and how many of them are other videos. Bombardier C Series 300 up next, or as they're called these days, A220s. This one is from Air France, not Air Baltic, Air France. Let's see, A380 should also be close by. Yeah, over Markermeer. Nice. Also a bit of heavy traffic coming this way. Where is that triple? There it is. That is United Airlines flight 968, arrival from San Francisco, in the bottom left. 777-200. Also looking lovely in the Air France livery. Beautiful see-through engines. Police in the meantime on the cycling path. Alrighty. Embraer arriving from Bordeaux. Now the A380 is flying base, turning final. This 777-200 ER has been flying for nearly 10 hours precisely. And she's rather old. November 1997 was the first flight. We can see the A380 already, and I think that is the Saudia Dreamliner behind it. Yeah, that is the Saudia Dreamliner turning final. In the meantime, over here, A320neo up first, arriving from Faro. Arriving from Bordeaux as number 2, and the number 3 is KLM flight 706 777-200 arriving from Rio de Janeiro. Gifting 5 memberships. Totally unnecessary, mate. Totally unnecessary. You're doing more than enough as a moderator as it is already. Thank you so much. Also, if you are one of the 5 recipients, don't forget to say thank you to Alvin. Welcome to the Aurora Sky Lounge. Those 5 new members. Alvin, really you shouldn't have. Thank you so much, my man. But really, doing more than enough as it is as a moderator, mate. Right, last airplane of the day. It is the Emirates A380. Flight 147, arriving from Dubai. Normally speaking, around 6.5 hours at this point in the sky, and today, not significantly deviating from that average. 6 hours and 42 minutes. The airplane is 12 years old. They're updating the standard livery. Our members already have access to the latest ribbon iteration. This is still the most prevalent but de facto old standard livery. The airplane 12 years old. Its first flight August 2011. thought that we would have been able to hear the reversers. I do see that the slots of the inner engines were open. But I'm not hearing anything. Right, folks, well, it's time to end. Luckily, the sun is starting to come out a little bit. Still windy here. Hope you guys had fun. I did have fun, but I wish the weather was a bit better and that we would have seen a bit more heavies than we did, but such is life. New round, and we'll see what happens then. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you for the support, for the super chats, the super stickers, the memberships, the gifted memberships, the PayPal merges, the PayPal donations and the merch store purchases. I need some coffee, you can already tell probably. Thank you moderators for once again keeping the stream friendly and accessible. Hope you guys enjoy the weather if it is sunny where you live. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I hope to see you on the next one. Bye for now and take care.